Hi there, Praveena. I'm very happy to see that you've written the International Marketing Essay. Let's take a look at it and see what you said. While some believe that the country has been occupied and intruded by the global market, others opine that marketing globally is an essential requirement which aids financially for education along with a wide range of ideas and cultural benefits. Though some argue that international markets would devastate by invading any country, I believe this forms a vital part for anybody to expand their views about the global insights and obtain valuable services from it. Okay, my one concern here is the fact that you keep using things like global market and where else did you say it? International markets. Remember, we're talking about international marketing here and not international trade. So some of this vocabulary that you've used here has led me to think that you might be talking about something other than what we're actually discussing here. That's the first thing. So I'm worried that this might be off topic. Okay, that's the first thing. Other than that, it's fine. It's nicely written. Let's take a look at the first body paragraph. On the one hand, people at times argue local business and marketing would be severely impacted due to global one. The grammar here, the syntax is a little off. So global one what? You talked about local business and marketing. So I don't really know what you mean here, and that's an awkward way to express it. In other words, a country might be having its own branded materials or things being marketed nationally and would have been successful through it. If global marketing started to boom, local markets and businesses would suffer in loss. A typical example would be a Bovando soft drinks being very popular in India has been completely replaced by Coca-Cola and some other imported drinks to the country by marketing. I believe this trend should be considered positively instead of negative one, because local businesses can start being partners or collaborating with international marketing agencies if they are doing a good job. Okay. You know what? Let me first of all talk about some of the grammar and some of the vocabulary here, and then we'll talk about how you actually developed it. So we'll work a little backwards. We'll work details first and then a little more holistically. This was awkward. Global one. A country might have, not might be having, a country might have its own branded materials. I didn't care for this. Things. It's too vague. Okay, in IELTS, you either say what you want to say or you don't say it. So things is a little too vague. You could have said items, products. That would have been better. And would have been successful. Full stop. No through it. If global marketing started to boom, local markets and businesses would suffer. Full stop. Not in loss. It's redundant and just doesn't make sense. And then here, this is also a little awkward. A typical example would be Bovando soft drinks, comma, which are very popular in India, comma, being replaced by Coca-Cola and some other imported drinks to the company because of marketing. So what I really want to hear here is how marketing would do this. I believe this. Now here, it gets a little strange because you're supposed to be talking about the negative aspect of this. I think that's what you're trying to talk about. You're trying to talk about the negative aspects of international marketing. So there should be some discussion of it being invasive, intrusive. You kind of did that in a somewhat indirect manner. But I'm not really convinced that this sentence belongs here. Okay? So let's move on to the next paragraph. On the other hand, people opine that allowing global markets into a nation has immense benefits. Careful, we're not talking about global markets, we're talking about international marketing, something different. I hope you're aware of that. Firstly, it is believed to be an important way of educating people by various technology. One of the prime examples would be the internet, because it is just invented by a country and unknown by others. I don't know what that means. What do you mean the internet is just invented by a country and unknown to others? So it's not clear. Later, it spread across by mass media and newspapers, marketing to all countries, and now it has proved to be a vital part of every person's life. Okay, so one of the prime examples would be the internet, which was invented by one country and was unknown to others, yet later it spread across by mass media and newspapers, to all countries, and now it has proved to be a vital part in everyone's life. That makes more sense. What do you think? Okay, secondly, it aids in knowledge transfer, communication, and cultural bondage. Each country is unique with its peculiar culture and languages spoken. If any sales happen, no S, at any time across the globe, then eventually people all over the world get notified of it, through which one could learn other customs and widen their knowledge. This example is a little confusing to me. I'm not really sure what we're talking about anymore. How would people get notified of sale? I mean, this is all a little vague. Yeah, I don't understand. You're talking about international marketing aiding in knowledge transfer and communication. Then you talk about every country with its individual culture. Then this, I have no idea what this has to do with anything. So there's a problem with the connection of your ideas, the progression of them, and how they all sort of link to each other. All right, it's creating lack of coherence, and I'm just not sure where you're going with this paragraph. I believe this is a profound development, and this has to continue as it offers various developments in terms of idea sharing and educating people who are not aware of these ideas before. Okay, I don't see how internet is an example of international marketing. I'm really just rather confused about this paragraph. It has some flaws for me in terms of the development, as I already said, and in the coherence and cohesion aspect of it as well. It might be a grammatical and lexical thing. Maybe that's what's leading to all of this confusion. But the point is that it's not a paragraph that has been executed in such a way that your meaning comes across easily. So what is to blame is unclear, if it's, grammar, vocabulary, or if it's just really a problem with just coherence. Okay. In conclusion, although some people disagree with international marketing systems as they believe it would conquer with the international marketing system as they believe it would conquer and destroy a country's unique products, it is agreed that there would be no loss to any local companies and enjoy other benefits. I don't know this. I don't understand what you're trying to say here. Which are vital for our development. Okay, so I think we've gone into considerable detail about where this essay has some problems. I'd like to see you working with us a little more. Do take a look at the online course and see if that's an option that works for you. There is tons of information. Number one, regarding how to develop your paragraphs. Number two, this is a tricky topic. It's difficult for a lot of people, and so some of the areas that you had trouble with really are very common to a lot of people. If you do get guided, though, on how to understand some of these topics and, learn how to address them properly, I'm sure that you can quickly overcome it. I hope to see more of your essays. I hope you'll continue to work with us. I think we can definitely get you to where you need to be if we work together. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.